Thank Hey coaches, this is Kirk Franke, your race director from Slavens, and here is a preview for the course that we will be running on tomorrow, and some helpful hints and logistics for you as well. First, the course. The starting line is going to be the same as it normally is. It's over by these trees here, and then we're going to be running east along this red line. We're going to pick up it's a narrow asphalt trail just for a little bit, and then we're going to make a left-hand 45-degree turn through the trees, around this tree here, around the building, and then we have our first little downhill coming down here, and we will be staying on the grass at all times as soon as we leave this area right here. Now, in years past, we would come up and around and go through the cattails, but unfortunately this year there's some construction going on in this area, so we can't do that. So we're going to run down to where the creek is, and we're going to make a left-hand turn before we get to the creek, then another left-hand turn, go around through the trees, and then cut through, still on the grass, until we get to Emerson Street. But again, no part of this race is on the sidewalk and no part of this race is on the street. So they'll stay on the grass, go around this group of bushes here, and then head north along the grass. And the path is actually going to be following this arrow. I ran this course with my Garmin, and apparently GPS thought I was on the road. So you're going to be running through here on the grass, and then you'll come up to this area right here, and you'll make a 90-degree left turn, and then you're going to run through the field up over this little berm here, and then you're going to be crossing the driveway here. We will have volunteers stopping traffic at this driveway, and I'll talk a little bit more about that, so the runners should be safe. We're then going to go around the rec center, staying on the grass, make this sweeping left-hand turn, and then we're going to loop back behind the starting area. Please, during the race, do not have your team tents in this area so that you have to cross this path to get to the starting line. It's been an issue in years past where runners are racing and people are walking in front of them, so please do not put your team tents in this area. The 1 mile mark is right about here. And then we're going to have a steep, short downhill right here where we pick up the gulch. And then right about at this point, we will be crossing the gulch, so kids will be going through the water. Yesterday, I was in the creek and moving rocks. There are no rocks whatsoever, especially in the middle. So all runners should be instructed to jump into the middle of the creek. They do not want to try to make it all the way across in one jump. That will end poorly for them, so just tell them don't do it. It's not going to be faster. So they go in and out of the creek, and then they follow the creek on this side until they get to this little culvert area where they go up to the right through a group of trees, and then they get back onto the grass, not the road, the grass, and they will follow the grass here. Now obviously the course gets very close here, so hopefully we will have volunteers making sure that runners don't turn back towards the finish too early, but make sure they follow the orange tape that they've been following the whole time. So then they're going to go up this little hill on the grass, and then they're actually going to cut down towards the gulch right about here, and then head back up. And now at this corner, there is about a 12 to 18 inch concrete step up with a grate, a metal grate that runners will jump up onto and run past. It is kind of narrow. It's definitely something to talk to the runners about and being careful that there isn't an elevation change. And then they'll jump off that grate, make a left-hand turn. There's a small little path that they'll be running through some bushes here onto the other side of the creek. Then they'll follow the creek. So they'll be between the creek and this berm that separates the golf course from the gulch. and then they'll run this straightaway until they cross back over the creek, up the hill, down the hill, and then we come to our third and final water crossing where they'll cross, and then they will finish by running up the hill between these two trees, and the finish line is right here. So that's what the course is going to be. It is measured at 1.82 miles, and it should be a good course. 3 water crossings instead of 4 this year. Couple of logistics. When you arrive, there'll be a coach's check-in and timing tent right here. So this is where you're going to get your bibs and your timing. Well, the bibs will have the timing chip on it. This driveway is going to be blocked off to all cross-country traffic. So buses should be unloading on Iliff, in the eastbound lane of Iliff, or buses can also unload along Logan or Harvard. Logan can be kind of busy, but there is a large area. It's almost like wide enough for a bike lane that cars can park or buses can park and unload. There is, again, no meet parking in this parking lot whatsoever. A couple other things. Kids are not allowed to be in the golf course whatsoever. If they are, they'll be disqualified. Likewise, they should not be inside the construction fencing over here. Consequence is disqualification, but that one should be easy to avoid. Make sure that, the entire course will be marked with flags and orange tape. Make sure they follow the flags and the orange tape. They don't cross underneath the caution. I'll have caution tape separating the courses here. So make sure they do not go under the caution tape. I'll also have caution tape here as well to prevent mixing the streams of runners. I have not had a chance to look at the checks yet, so just I'll be sending out an email later, maybe tonight, about payment. Thank you for everyone who has sent the checks in early. That's been really helpful. I do appreciate that. Last thing, the awards. In years past, we've had a large awards ceremony. We're not going to do that this year. We will be handing out the individual awards as students finish the race. So the top 15 in the varsity race will be pulled aside and they'll be given their awards immediately. The top, I think it's top 10 in the 6th grade race, and the top 3 in the open race will get their awards at the finish line. When it comes to the team awards, we will announce the winners of the team awards, and the coaches can go and pick up their trophies for that honor. If there are any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can certainly ask them at the coaches check-in. We will have a coaching meeting at about 3:30, 3:40 over at this baseball field right here. So make sure you're on site with your kids ready to go at about 3:30, 3:40 so that you can attend the coaches meeting. If there's anything else, let me know, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be 90 or 100 degrees, so make sure everyone brings water. Thanks.